Alrighty, so I am now walking outside the stadium. I, of course, just left the stadium, and I originally was going to do this inside the stadium, but since I want to kind of stay inside the stadium, hope one of the players did give me an autograph, which a couple of them did, and also Jan Gregus, if you're watching this, I want to thank you for giving me that shirt that he, of course, handed out to me. I mean, I wish he kind of maybe get an autograph in terms of that shirt, but it's great to see that we have players here that, of course, give me a little bit of a souvenir like that. And unfortunately, I can't show you right now because I'm currently walking. But either way, this game ends in a 1-1 draw, which is, I think, this is the third straight time that the Loons have drawn 1-1 against RSL at Rio Tinto Stadium. I mean, it just gets to a point where it's life, death, taxes, and RSL and Minnesota ends in a 1-1 draw. But in many ways, when I look at this 1-1 draw, this was probably the luckiest 1-1 draw that Minnesota has against RSL compared to the last two. I mean, yeah, it was a very ugly game for Minnesota, and that the attack once again did not get going whatsoever in this game, and part of that has to do with Reynoso not being in the starting 11, and it's pretty clear that we did miss him in this game. And again, the attack did not get going whatsoever, and also just times look very slow and very predictable. Like, it just feel like every time the attacking plan and whatever Adrian Heath decided to do on the attack is basically just kind of feed the ball into the flank area and then cross into the box and hope that hopeful crosses will maybe meet one of our players and basically heads it into the back of the net. And there's just many times that does not work, and many times that is just an easy kind of catch for Zach McMath in this game, which, by the way, Zach McMath, yeah, he definitely did not have a good one, and he was kind of the reason why we actually got a goal on that. Like, I was shocked the fact that Abila actually scored on that. Well, actually, I'll give Abila some credit, the fact that, he did, of course, trying to get to that ball. And, when you're a striker, you always want to try to get to those 50-50 ball. And, that was just one case where he, of course, did get to it and basically just hits that one in. But for Zach McMath, he's got to do better in terms of that, and in many ways that was just an absolute gift that Minnesota, of course, had in this game. But overall, when I look at how this game went, again, overall it was not a great game to watch if you are a neutral, and it just feels like both teams was really struggling in this game going forward on the attack. I mean, I thought early on RSL definitely looked like the better team, and Minnesota kind of just started out slow in this game, and I'm not sure is it because of that 1 week break that they had that they just could not get things going. But yeah, they were very slow, and RSL was definitely going to try to get that first goal, which eventually they did get. The first goal was Demir Krylak, the one that, of course, scored that first goal. But after that, once Minnesota did start to dominate this game a little bit, they kind of took over this game a little bit, controlled the possession, while RSL was just kind of sit back and try to play on the counter. And multiple times when they try to do that, it just does not work whatsoever. And this defense for Minnesota in this game, besides that one goal that we can see, which was a very sloppy goal for us to concede, it was relatively great in this game. And it was pretty clear that Debasi coming into this game, we clearly miss him for the past couple of games, and it's no surprise that once he come back into this game, he immediately stabilized the defense, and RSL just could not get much going forward on the attacking end. And also in some way RSL, I would also kind of just say that they basically fall into the classic trap where, even though you're 1-0 up in the game, as there's a good position right now, so they're trying to walk quickly. You couldn't quite hear me there. Anyway, so, RSL kind of fall into that classic trap where, the longer you basically lead the opposition, and especially an away team at 1-0, you're eventually going to get punished. And, again, that goal that Minnesota scored from Avila, that was very fortunate, and, in many ways that was a big mistake from Zach McMath. But, that's what happened. When you don't kill the game off, you basically will potentially concede a goal late in the game. But, in the latter part of the game, they really did press Minnesota, and that, Minnesota was going with their classic Minnesota strategy, and really their classic Adrian Heath kind of strategy, where they're just going to sit back and just kind of be happy with taking the point out of that game, which, overall we did eventually get to it, but there was definitely some scary moment. And, Tyler Miller once again was very good in this one, besides that one kind of scary moment where he did kind of bobble the ball when the ball was coming in. Thankfully, it did not really cost him during that moment. But other than that, Tyler Miller was very good in this game, making some key save to basically keep this one at 1-0, and also late in the game preserve this 1-1 draw and get a point out of this game. So yeah, overall, a 1-1 draw, I think I'm gonna be happy with that. I think RSL probably wouldn't not be, because anytime when you're up 1-0 for so long and then you basically concede a late goal like that, you're going to feel like that was 3 points draw more than actually a point gain. But for Minnesota, I feel like they definitely need to be better than this, and I know they're going to be better than this, because some of these new guys like Hunu, who actually did start in this game, I didn't think he had a relatively good game, but that's because he only have joined this team a couple of days ago, or actually maybe a week or two ago, and the chemistry is still not going to be there. And I think that's going to be the same case once Fragapane does come into this team, where it's not going to be there in the early stage, but once things are going to be clicking, hopefully this attack is going to be much better, because again, this attack has just not been great whatsoever this season, and we've been very lucky in these last couple of games getting points and getting wins just because we score one goal and just doing enough. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash that subscribe button. Again, this is just a quick recap of the game. I'll talk a little bit more about this game once I do the review, hopefully later tonight, once I watch all the highlights of the game. I was not able to watch any games. Well, I did watch a little bit of the first game today, but other than that, I wasn't able to watch any other game, because it was really tough to try and to watch these MLS game when the Champions League final was on, especially when my team is in it, and then also throughout the rest of the day, and especially when I did go to the stadium, the Wi-Fi at Rio Tinto Stadium, yeah, it was definitely not that good, and I was having a lot of stuttering issue in terms of watching some of these games, and eventually I just kind of gave up and basically just not watch it and just wait later tonight to watch kind of like the highlights of this game. So that's what I'm gonna do, and once I of course does that, I will be doing the review for all 11 games that happened tonight, and let's just hope maybe the hotel Wi-Fi is going to be good. I mean, I did do a speed test, and it seems like the hotel Wi-Fi is a little bit faster than I thought it would be, but we'll see whether or not later tonight will that remains the same case, and that when I do upload that video, let's see how long it's actually going to take to basically finish uploading. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time.